Welcome back to the Edward Ashby Author Channel and another episode of Writing Journey, where I take you behind the scenes of my path toward becoming a traditionally published epic science fantasy author. In the last episode, I talked about receiving my editorial assessment and one of the biggest lessons I took from it, letting go of my ego. Once I got past that initial emotional reaction, I was able to look at the assessment for what it really was, a roadmap. Today, I'm going to show you how I turned that roadmap into a structured revision plan and why organization is one of the most important parts of writing a successful novel. I broke the major revision work into 4 primary areas: plotline, world building, characterization, and prose. Starting with plotline, my editor's assessment was straightforward. Too many storylines that promised something significant and went nowhere. His recommendation was to focus on a smaller number of core plot lines and build the story around those. Moving on to world building, the science fiction elements felt more like a surface layer than a fully realized world. Readers of science fiction and fantasy are sophisticated. They expect a world that is richly imagined, deeply layered, and experienceable in a way that is both emotional and intellectual. The revision needs to bring that to the surface. Then there was characterization. Despite a large and diverse cast, too many characters felt the same. When every character reads the same way, the reader has no one to root for, no one to root against, and no one to connect with. That affects the entire emotional experience of the story. And finally, prose. My editor's view was that the manuscript was overwritten. When every line carries the same intensity, none of them land the way they should. Readers become numb to it. That was hard to read. Honest, though. And honest is exactly what I needed. Here's what I learned. You can't revise a novel by going from the first page to the last. Some changes have to happen before others. A plot change affects a character. That affects a scene. That affects the prose. I don't want to polish the surface before the foundation is solid. Once the 4 revision plans were complete, I reached out to my editor. I'm meeting with him on August 19th to make sure my interpretation of his assessment is accurate, because I don't want to spend months revising based on something I misunderstood. After that meeting, I'll build what I'm calling my master revision process. One cohesive system that determines how all 4 plans will be implemented throughout the manuscript, and, most importantly, in what order. Organization is not separate from creativity. Organization protects creativity. That's what makes a 200,000+ word novel feel less like one enormous mountain and more like a series of steps. The actual revision process is about to begin, and I'm ready to get to work. In the next episode of Writing Journey, I'll take you inside my meeting with my editor, what we discussed, what we changed, and how that conversation shaped the final revision plan. And if you're ready to go beyond the channel, edwardashby.com is your all-access pass to the world of GanXter Memoirs. Sign up today for classified character origins, the official world glossary, and a spot on the exclusive launch team, where you'll get to read the final novel before it hits shelves. Thank you for joining me on the writing journey. The story doesn't revise itself. Let's get to work.